Hello, everybody. Good evening. This joy that you have given me, no one can take it from me. This peace that you have given me is for life. Good evening. Your presence will always be more than enough. Your power is more than enough. You're all that I have and all that I want. Oh, it's a journey and I cannot tread it enough. It's forever, it's new every morning, it's new every Hi everybody, good evening. It's time for our session. If you can hear me, if you can see me clearly, kindly let me know in the comment section. Let me know that you can see me, let me know that you can hear me. Thank you. Nothing can separate from you for life. I know that nothing can separate me from you. Nothing. Nothing can come between us. Nothing. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. It's forever. It's forever. People, good evening, everybody. How has been your week? It's weekend already, and yeah, it's another another session of our upskill and upgrade training, year 2024. We bless God for good what am I going to call it, for good network tonight. So please, you can just, if you have friends that are on the same group, that you are on the same on the community group together, kindly reach out to them personally and tell them to join, because it's time. And if you are still on that community group, I'm going to be locking the group now so that everybody can focus on what is going on here. Good evening, Julian, Samuel. It is Coach Gabby. It is not Couch Gabby. It is Coach Gabby. I thought that was a mistake when you reached out to me this afternoon. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my slide now. Let me know if you can see the slide. Let me just know that, okay, you can see the slide. All right. I can see Esther Oguche here. I can see, okay, I can see Esther Oguche is here. All right. I believe, okay, listener said they can see my screen. All right. So, good evening, everybody, once again. So, I'm just going to start right now. And for those that missed last week training, well, luckily it's on the WhatsApp group. And if you joined late, I don't know what to do about that, but at least you are part of today's training. And today we're going to be talking about, I want to start with LinkedIn optimization first. Then I move into leveraging social media platform for your sales. And then we go into, receiving payments from different countries. So I don't want to use more than 2 hours. I really want to work with that time. In fact, if possible, I can do everything in 1 hour, then I'll be glad. But let's just dive into it. So there is this popular saying that if the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. That means that if you don't know what something can do for you, you don't know the essence of something, you can abuse it and all that. And that is why before I train people on LinkedIn optimization, I like to give them an hint of the benefits and what they stand to gain. Because this is going to you know, this is going to, how am I going to say, this is going to compel you to use this very well, and it will compel you to take it serious also. Because trust me, for someone like me, I've read about LinkedIn since when I was an undergraduate, but I never took it serious until, there was a need for it, and until I got to know the benefits and what this particular platform can offer me. So that's why I love to, everywhere I go and I'm asked to teach people on LinkedIn optimization, I like to let them know the benefits and how it has helped me personally, right? So last week I talked about I already shared my journey with all of you. I shared my journey about how I started my journey on LinkedIn optimization in the year 2019. That was when I started LinkedIn, and I've been working remotely since 2019, right? And I'm not saying that you should also work remotely because you're about to learn LinkedIn optimization. You know, what works for one may not work for others. For some of you, you might have to be doing it in 9 to 5, and and you are still feeling fulfilled. And for some of you, you will have to do these other skills as a part-time gig so that you have different sources of income. And let me just open your mind now that if you have been using LinkedIn for a long time and you've not gotten anything out of it, just open your mind to this training, because I believe God strongly that you are going to gain something from it, because everybody that I've been training, they've had testimonies. I mean, I've trained over 30,000 people. And I'm not saying that on LinkedIn alone, but I've trained people across different countries. I've trained, in fact, there was this particular university in India that I had to train them online. So please, I want your mind to be here, because there is a lot that you stand to gain. And apart from even, doing LinkedIn and all that, at this season that we have, especially if you're in Nigeria or whatever country that you are, because I see this economic braha happening in almost all the countries. This is time for you to open your heart and start looking for different sources of income. Don't just depend on your normal 9 to 5 salary work. See, it's salary has its limits. You can't be a wealthy person by any salary. Trust me. Salary alone cannot make you healthy, cannot make you wealthy. You will need different source of income. People that have money, is because they have different source of income. Some investment, shares, real estate, they just have different things they are doing at the same time. So same also as you. That's why I said you should open your heart. Last week, no, this week, I made a video on website designing and only few people just did it. I won't be surprised if those people start earning money through the website designing, because that's knowledge, that's how people earn money. It's not just by the big things. Because some of you, when you see some coaches, you see some experts, you feel like, this person is an expert, is a guru. That's been an expert start. It's not by every word that people just tell you I'm a guru, certified, 6 years experience, 2 years in this, trained for this and that. It's no, it's not all about that. You can be experienced in something and you're not making money from it. So what's the point? That is why I said anything you put your mind to, just make sure that you are working. Don't just tell people that I did this training, I did this, that, and all that. What the thing that will make them to believe that you actually did this training is what they can see you do, what you are carrying out, the activities that you are doing, and so that after this training and you go out there, you start telling people about what you've learned and how you can help them and all that. People will start reaching out to you. Website design is one of the things that has given a lot of organizations problem, right? So if you can just master one, you can even do it for small business owners that don't need all these big websites. You can do the small one for small business owners, and that is it. You are making your money. And even though if you are starting, you may not start with big amounts. What if you start with 20,000 naira, 30,000 naira, 50,000 naira, 100? Let me tell you, the first LinkedIn optimization training I did, I charged, was it not 2,000 naira, or I think I started with 20,000. Anybody is 20,000, and that's even for maybe group training. If I'm going to teach individuals, I can charge 100,000, I can charge 50,000. It depends. So you start from, it's there's this popular saying that says that life is in phases, men and in sizes. I see people that are doing the same thing that I do, and they are charging lesser than it. Well, that's their own level. And there are some things that I do, I charge way more because I know the value that I'm also giving them. I know what I've gone through. I know how I've built myself, right? I mean, when you are upgrading yourself every day, there's this thing that I shared on LinkedIn one time that was like constant improvement, cannot just maintain a static price. It's not possible. I'm improving myself constantly, and you expect me to just remain at a level at a specific price. It's not possible. So constant improvement, it demands higher charges. As you grow, you keep charging higher, and you don't feel apologetic about it. That is what you do. That's your business. That is the value and all that. There are people that are even charging way more than what I charge. That is the level. It's just in phases, right? Just focus on your own journey. Pick a niche. If you, after working in a niche, you start sharing it with people and all that, they know you for that niche. Don't stay long on that niche. Make sure you look for another additional one. The problem a lot of people make is that when they start making money, maybe in content writing, they will not focus on that content writing alone, and they will not even think of, let me learn another thing, let me learn another, because one skill also cannot make you wealthy. Yes, you can earn a lot of money from a skill, but different source of income is what make people have money. It's not just one. So as you are learning one, you become an expert in one. You don't even have to become an expert, just become a professional in one, and don't stay at that. Learn more other things. As I am now, trust me, I'm not just relying on CV writing and all these things alone. I'm learning every day because things are changing. Technology is changing. There was a time that I was training people on LinkedIn automation, and all of a sudden, a lot of people started going into training people on LinkedIn automation. It was a competitive world, and and that is one thing. That's why everywhere I go, I like to tell people that it's important that you also have a good relationship with God. It was God that just caught my attention that, see, it is time for you to move ahead. It is time for you to move ahead. And I was like, move. I did not understand that statement for some months. So it was later that I got that, oh, it is time for you to move ahead. When I see people, a lot of people in that list, it's now become a kind of competition. And me, I don't like competition. I like to just be on my own and let pace center. So you can set the pace. I was like, okay, you know what? I think I understand what God is trying to tell me. So I started, and I've been learning this CV writing. I've been doing free gigs in CV writing. I've been learning start doing it for people and start charging for it. So when God was not speaking to me that it is time to move ahead, then my mind was like, oh, it is time to move ahead. Then things around me started speaking in that line. People would just reach out to me, can you do this CV, can you do that? Something that has to do with jobs. Then my mind just opened to it. And I did not wait for anybody to do confirmation for me, because that's the problem with some people. You have an idea, it's not popular, and you are looking for confirmation. That's the problem. If God is giving you something, just go ahead with it, because you never can tell. There was a time this affiliate marketing was really, in town. It was earning a lot of people money. And at that time, people that actually key into it, they were the one that actually make the real money. Because now it's kind of difficult to now make money with affiliate marketing, because there are some things that work with season. And if you are able to just launch into it, you are going to make money around that season, because everything is season now. There's a time link optimization, there was time writing challenge springs up, there was time it went down. So it's just seasonal. You have to open your antenna that when God is putting an idea in your heart, you open your mind to it, you are creating, you pick it up and you start running with it, right? And that is why this season I really pray to God about this training, that open fast speed. You are not just waiting for somebody. No, you are moving. I love it when young people are doing great things. Honestly, I'm a lover of that. I love it when I meet a young person and the person is doing well, and the person is giving me ideas that I don't even know. I so much love it. So please and please, just let your heart be here, and anything you find your hand finds doing, make sure that you don't just stay there like that and you just rest because you are earning 20,000 and 30,000 and you just feel like that's all. There are some people that are making millions from it. So be creative, start adding more to it. Don't just stay in one position. Anyway, I did not plan to say those words, but I feel it's going to help so many people here. But today we are going to be talking, I'm going to be starting with LinkedIn optimization. So let's look into the benefits and then we move, right? So I'm going to start with the basic and benefit. Like I said, if you don't know the benefit of something, you may not use it well. You may not even you may even see it as something that is not necessary. But let's open our eyes to the LinkedIn platform and what you stand to gain, and then we go into the account and the details, right? So from here, I said that LinkedIn is a valuable resource for career and business professionals, to network, obtain resources and support, build relationships with potential customers, clients, and partners. And I also wrote that it's ideal for business owners, freelancers, telecommuters, as it can help them build their business and career, and as well stay connected to the outside world, right? For some persons, they, in fact, all most of the top LinkedIn creators that they now have a brand and all that, they didn't start that way. And that's one of the benefits of LinkedIn. Before you know it, as you grow on LinkedIn, you just become a brand and you start building your brand, right? I did not even just for the purpose of getting a job on LinkedIn. I told you guys last week, right? And before you know it, when you start becoming better, people will start seeing you as a thought leader, as an expert, and then there will be a need for you to build your brand and to progress in your careers. And everything that you need is on LinkedIn. The people, the platform, the opportunities, the offers, everything lies on LinkedIn. Because when people see you grow, they see that you are genuine, you are legit, they will definitely reach out to you, or somebody is going to tell somebody that will help you, that will just launch you out into the big field. So it's for freelancers. I tell you, I told you guys last week that there was somebody that was selling shoes on LinkedIn. Somebody was selling palm oil. Yeah, there's this girl that sells shoe on LinkedIn. There are people that sells their native wears. I mean, you just have to be strategic. There is nothing you cannot sell on LinkedIn. You just have to be strategic. Yes, these there are platforms for that, but trust me, if you are strategic, there is nothing you cannot sell on LinkedIn. You can build a different niche that is very new and people don't even know about. Build your brand about it, around it, and you become a voice in that area that every other person that wants to start that business, you become their coach, you become their mentor, you start training them also, and you start building what's it called now? I don't want to say community. You start building how am I going to put it? I don't know the English to use. You start building your own community, start building your own family, and you become a voice. At least before every other person is rush into it, you become that voice that people will say that when they started this thing, this guy was part of those people that started it. I mean, you become relevant for life, provided you don't stop anyway. So let's move into, okay, this one is unnecessary. So why is LinkedIn platform so important, right? There are a lot of people that will ask me now, why is it that every time LinkedIn, you and this LinkedIn? Because I know what God has done for me used through the LinkedIn platform. I know it. LinkedIn was part of the platform God used to, push me out there and made me visible that a lot of people now get to know me. I mean, those people that they were even like, I don't need LinkedIn for now. I hope everybody can hear me because Julian Samuel is asking me, are we live? Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. I think it's Julian the network. So why is LinkedIn platform so important? LinkedIn platform actually changed my orientation and gave me opportunity to explore my ideas, land contracts, get different jobs, and even got client for my services and offers. It's so funny because when I started on LinkedIn, I did not know anything about transcribing or what's it called? I think it's transcribing, but I got a gig that has to do with transcribing on LinkedIn, and I earned a lot of money. That the person is a movie producer. I needed somebody to transcribe his videos. Just transcribing is just writing out the English words and everything. So he needed someone to write it out. and I got paid for it. That is one thing about LinkedIn. It open your mind. Like when people give you a, it open your mind that I can do this thing, I can do this thing, and that's it. That's how it gets started. Some of you don't even know that you can do some things. You feel like I can write and I can do videos, and that stays there because you are looking up to somebody that does the same thing, but you have not really tapped into your own creativity that I can do this thing in this way. Like I can make people see it this way. There are some people that you have to make them see the problem. You have to show them the problem before they can buy from you. You have to show them that, see, this is the problem you are having. Imagine you are doing a lot of podcasts. You can even make it into ebooks. And let me help you to convert it to ebooks. And you sell your ebooks. I mean, that's a line of business. You can hammer on it, share it on LinkedIn consistently. That if you have a podcast and everything, you need to be able to create an ebooks. That's how you become a ghostwriter. Yes, it's not a big thing like that. That's how ghostwriting starts. So that is just it. So LinkedIn is also a social network that is specifically designed for career and business. Cultivate professionals to connect. Okay, here I wrote as of 2020, over 800 million professionals use LinkedIn, to boost their careers and businesses, unlike other social media platforms. For someone like me, I have a Facebook account that I've been using for over 10 years now. And LinkedIn, I've just started using LinkedIn in less than 4 years, and I've gotten much visibility, and I've been using that Facebook for like 10 years, and nothing is just, it's just now that people are now making money from LinkedIn, from Facebook, you know, uh, doing content creation and the likes. At least a lot of you can bear me with. Some of you have Facebook accounts since maybe 25 years ago and yet nothing. But when you start using LinkedIn, you start seeing it a new light. So that's why part of the things that make LinkedIn an important platform. LinkedIn will just open up your creativity, open you up to what you are capable of achieving. It opens you up to see where the money is. It's a gold mine, right? So the top secret about LinkedIn that I wrote here is that whether you're a marketing executive, you know, at a major company, a business owner who runs a small local shop, or even a first year college student looking for their first job after graduating, LinkedIn is for anybody and everybody who is interested in taking their professional life more seriously by looking for new opportunities to grow their careers and to connect with other professionals. So you can think of LinkedIn as high-tech equivalent of going to a traditional networking event where you go and meet other professionals, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, Lisander said so true. That is it. That's it. So top secret about LinkedIn is that it opens you up. Like I said, it's for anybody, it's for everybody, whether you are an undergraduate, or you just finished school, or you are a man who is married or have family, or you are a stay-at-home mom. Whatever categories you fall into, there is something you can tap into that will bring out your niche. That niche that you say you don't know your niche, you don't know your niche. By the time you start using your LinkedIn, you will know your niche. That is just it. It just happens if you open your mind. I will tell you the truth. If you open your mind, if you are not just nonchalant about it, if you open your heart, like I told you guys last week, that I was just creating content on LinkedIn. Like I will even share motivational posts. The aim was I was just looking for a job, and seeing me today, by the grace of God, I'm into content marketing, digital marketing. There are a lot of things that I do that I don't even mention on LinkedIn, but people still reach out to me in that regards. So that is one thing about LinkedIn branding. It's help you build your brand in a way that you say you start looking at yourself that is this me? I mean, that is it though. So let's move on. Okay, let's take a quick tour on some features of LinkedIn before sharing the benefits. So let me just use this opportunity to share my screen with you. So let me know if you can see my screen because I'm going to be showing you now. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, please? let me see my screen. I'm going to maximize seeing comments. What's happening? Okay, no, okay, again. I'm going to share it again. Okay, so the features of LinkedIn, they are just easy, something that is very simple. The features has to do with, engagement with suite and everything. So this part is just the home. The home, just like Facebook home, it shows you everything that is going on LinkedIn. Let me just show you home. Let me click on home from my end so that you can see it. I'm interested. So this is the home. This is where you see people's posts, your connections posts, whether they are first connection, second connection, or third connection. And for some of you that have been saying first connection, second connection, third connection, first connection are people that are directly connected with you. Second connection are the connection of your first connections, like they are not directly connected with you, but they are under the connections of your first connection. And third connection is also the same thing, like connections of your second connections, just like that. So your second connections are people that are not really, they are not connected with you. They can even be your followers, but they are not directly connected with you. So this is the home. This is where you see people's posts, and the likes. You see the posts that people make, just like your Facebook, your TikTok home. And network shows you the number of, people that you know, when you click on network, you see the list of people that you know this network is trying to load. So network is simply where you see the number of you want to see the number of your followers, but you don't really need to go that see my connections, contacts, following and followers, groups, network. It shows your connections, your contact list, followers, and all that. This part is where you can apply for jobs directly on LinkedIn. For those of you that are using phone, you probably see it at the down part of your phone. If you are using Android phone, you see it at the down part. Uh, um, all these features. These are the place where you get jobs, apply for. So like there are new ones that I can apply for, new jobs I can apply. We've not gotten into all those things, right? So these are this is the job part. So I can easily apply for all these jobs now. And then messaging is where you message people. I don't want you guys to start seeing my messages. Let me go to notifications. Messaging now, you message people and they respond to you. Notifications, we all are familiar with notifications. I mean, when you are notified of any current, maybe somebody commented on your post and all that, this is where you see notifications. And this me part is your profile, where you check out your profile, right? Just when you want to check out your profile, that is the main part. So these are just the basic features of the LinkedIn. The tools. Okay, so these are just the features. We are still going to go in depth, but I just needed to show you the features for now. So they are not. This is for those people that have a business page. For business, when you want to, maybe you want to create a business page, this is the part. Advertise is this is where you run LinkedIn ads. Under this advertise, this is where you run LinkedIn ads. You do LinkedIn likes. This is for those people that want to. They are into LinkedIn advertising and the likes. but I'm not going into that today. So those are just the basic features of LinkedIn. So let's continue our things, and I just needed to show you all those features, and we will still continue. So what are the benefits of LinkedIn? Let's talk about the benefits of LinkedIn. Somebody say I can't hear anything. Maybe it's network. Oh. Maybe it's network weakness. Maybe it's network. All right. So let's look at the top benefits. The first benefit is to build connections. I used to tell people that LinkedIn is a platform that give you access to people who are somebody, and those somebody are the people that will make you somebody also. That is if you know how to network well, if you know how to network professionally. Of course, on all platforms we have scammers, we have people that are fake, we have people that are doing fake life and all that. That cannot be that one is just a normal thing. You always find that everywhere. You always find that everywhere, right? So you build connection, it gives rooms for building with people both in your field or outside your field. I mean, I've built connections with a lot of CEOs, people that are even old enough to be my father. I've built connections with them. CEOs, all these people, they don't even have stress. They don't like stress. When they need your work, they just reach out to you via email, professional, pay you your money, and they will just go. And if you need their help, like now, I run an NGO. Sometimes if you have any outreach and we need funds, I used to keep the contact of these people for for days like that, that I'll have to reach out to them and tell them that that's how we are having this, and they will support you with good money. They will even give you ideas and all that. So I've already gone far through connecting with people on LinkedIn strategically, because I remember, was it today or few days ago, somebody reached out to me on WhatsApp and the person was like, hello, hi. And I was like, I didn't respond because okay. So somebody reached me on WhatsApp recently, and the person was like, "Hello, that, that's the network. Oh, that's the network. I'm so sorry about that. So I had to change my network. Yeah, thank you. Who's that? Somebody was writing out the key points. Thank you so much. That was my network. I had to switch to my husband's network. So, like I was saying, where did I stop? Who can remind me where I stopped? I'm sorry for the break in transmission. So I was talking about network, like building connections and how I've built network with people who have also helped me personally in my business, my NGO, and all that. And I remember there was a time also that a friend of mine was, needed a job. It was really really tough then, and it was through a connection on LinkedIn that I was able to help the person get a job. And that does not mean that you should reach out to me that I should help you get a job. I'm just using it as an example that if you build connections with people, it will take you far, right? I used to tell people when I trained people then, I had this community, there was strong love on this community, and I do tell them that sometimes you don't need to know somebody, because most of your people that will promise you, don't worry, just send your CV, I will give you a job. Just send your this thing, I will give you a job. They will later not do anything. So why not start building connections for yourself? Start building up yourself, right? It's really hard for people that even know you to help you these days. It is strangers mostly that God uses. So you have to also put yourself out there for the right strangers to help you, to find you and help you. So build yourself. It's very, very important. Yes, networking. Thank you, Emmanuel Ajibade. Another thing is to build trust for your brand. Yes, when you have a link, I used to tell business owners that sometimes it's good for you to, talking about major business companies, right, that is good for you to open a business account. Yay! Thank you, Mary Omotosho. Yes. Let me quickly go back to that. Yes, before I continue number two. So somebody reached out to me on WhatsApp and was like, "Hi, hello." So I didn't respond because I was like, by now you should know how to reach out to people online. If you reach out to me that way, I may not respond to you because I expect that you just send all your messages at once. Hello, good evening. I want to do this and that and that and that and that. Just say everything for once. So if I now send hi, you'll be waiting for me. If it's 2 days, I will not say hello. Then maybe in next 2 days, you now say, "How are you doing, ma?" Then in the next 4 days, I will now say, "I'm doing well." There is no time. Time is money these days. Say everything you want to say once and for all. And that is why some of you say they are CEOs, you message them, they did not answer you. How did you message them? How did you send them a text message? What kind of message did you write? You need to learn all these things. If you send hi, hello, can I ask you a question? And just go ahead, write everything. When the person have time, they will just respond they will just respond to all your questions and everything at the same time. But just make sure that you're asking the question respectfully. That is the important thing. So please and please. And thank you, Mary Omotosho, for the reminder. Number two, build trust for your brand. Yes, like I was saying, for companies, NGOs, schools, and all that, if you happen to have a business in that line or a big business, even it doesn't have to be a big, you want to start your brand, maybe your what's it called again, fashion brand or something brand, any brand, you can create a business page on LinkedIn. Once you have a LinkedIn account, there is this trust that comes to people when they check your business page on LinkedIn. I mean, when they know that this person have a business page on LinkedIn, there is this trust that no, this person must be a professional. So that's why I encourage people. And sometimes you don't have to start building your brand now. You don't have to create a business page now. You can use your personal page also to build your brand. At least I started with my personal page before I started a business page. So you can build trust for your brand, start sharing tips, educational content about what you know using your personal page. For now, some people don't even have a business page and they already built their brand. So it's very, very important. And yes, let me just say this also, that because of the high demand of business pages that people are creating and all that, that is why there is high demand of social media managers also to help them manage that business page. I mean, some people don't have the time. They are outside making the money. They just need somebody to help them to push out the visibility online. So when there is high demand of people that are creating business pages on LinkedIn, there will be high demand of social media managers also. So that is why you have to be out there, position yourself so that when somebody see that you're using LinkedIn very well, if you can manage your page, then you can definitely manage their page. But they will first have to go through how you manage your own page before they can give you their own page for you to manage. Because some of you call yourself social media manager, will go to your page you've not posted for the past 2 months, and you expect people to no, that's not even building trust at all. So you have to build trust for your brand also, when you use LinkedIn strategically. And number three, LinkedIn help you to be easily found by recruiters and hiring managers, right? So this is what I encourage some of my clients to do. After working on their CV, I just tell them, you have to optimize your LinkedIn profile also, because it is one thing to create a LinkedIn account, another thing to optimize your profile. Optimizing your profile help you to be found by recruiters when they use some specific keywords and you have input it into your profile. When they search for a particular job, maybe they are looking for somebody in this field, your name comes up and they can reach out to you easily, right? So this is for job seekers especially. You have to make sure that you're using LinkedIn, and don't just optimize your profile also. The more active you are, the more visible your LinkedIn gets to, more faces. So it helps you to be easily found by recruiters and hiring managers. And these days, a lot of recruiters and hiring managers, they don't have the time to be going across different platforms. They know that most professionals, job seekers, freelancers, they are on LinkedIn. So most of them, they have already incorporated a system, a kind of software into LinkedIn that it will help them to fish out, the potential candidates. So you have to position yourself as one. Number four, okay. Yeah, I wrote that 93% of recruiters use LinkedIn to research and recruit candidates. LinkedIn allows you to have an online personal brand, which makes you visible to key decision makers and recruiters. This means that when your name is put into a search engine, such as Google, like for some of you, for everybody that has a LinkedIn account and you are using it, once you search your name on Google, the first thing that pops up is your LinkedIn profile. Okay, let me just do this quickly. Let's do this quickly. Let me just do this quickly. I'm going to show you guys what I mean, because I like verifying everything I teach people. I like people to know that I'm not just trying to code your, what's it called? Yeah. Okay. So let's get right. Let me show you now. So now I want to search for my name, Oluwaseun. Imagine I'm not even done yet. It's already bringing my LinkedIn, Oluwaseun Gabi Akinola. Let's see the first thing that comes up. You see that the first thing that shows up is my LinkedIn. Can you see? LinkedIn, 46.8K followers. See what it's showing. The first thing that shows up is LinkedIn. Let me try to search for another person's name. Let me use Lisander. Can you see? Lisander, see what your name is showing. Lisander is on this group and she can testify to this. So can you see it's showing your LinkedIn profile. So that's what happened. When you have a LinkedIn account, when people try to Google it, to even confirm whether you are fake or not, as long as you have a LinkedIn profile, it's that trust and visibility is there. So let's continue. So let's continue. And another one, it helps your name ranks on Google. I've already checked that. We also check that now. When I Google my name, that's like a ranking. It's not that it's showing one Oluwaseun before another Oluwaseun before it now comes to my name. My name is already ranking on Google. When anybody Google my name comes first, not that another person's name is showing. That is one of the things it does. It helps your name to rank on Google. And chances are that chances are if you apply for a job, one of the first thing an employer will do is to Google your name. Even emailing a new client could result in a Google sweep of your name. For someone like me, if I want to confirm that somebody's mail is actually true, I'll Google the person's name, the name that comes with that email, to know that this person is actually fake. That is why scammers are scamming a lot of people, because you don't know the power of Google. When somebody send you a mail, try to Google their name, that email, to be sure that this person actually exists or this company actually exists, right? So if you ever Google yourself, now is the time. What pops up on your first page? Let me show you another thing. Let me show you another thing. Lizanda is already talking. Let me show you another thing that you should do for yourself tonight. It's another task that I want you guys to do. Another task, but that is left to you. So let me show you another task now. Who is, let me ask Duda, who is Oluwasho? Can you see that the first thing is still LinkedIn? The first thing is still LinkedIn. Who is Oluwasho Gabiara? Now let's go down a little bit. Can you see? This is WordPress. I don't even know. Voice of the West. These are the features that I have had. Trailblazer of the week. See my images. And now, so it's even showing my previous surname, me Olabi. Can you see? So now let me try and check what is going to show for biography. This is because I've not put myself on Wikipedia. If I want to do that, it's just going to go straight to what I have on Wikipedia. But according to Voice of the West is actually ranking when you search my name, and these are also other ones. So if you've never Googled yourself before, now is the time for you to just go out there and check out yourself online. There was a time I went for this summit, and there was this man. It was a leadership program, and the man was like, have you ever Googled yourself online before? And some people were like, they've never Googled themselves. Can you see? I searched my former previous name, but it's showing Akinola because I've already changed it to Akinola. It's showing that okay, this person is still Oluwaseun Gabi Akinola Owolabi. So it's not like somebody in my ebook. And I think I've also gone viral on showing my Twitter, showing my tribe back, showing that I am part of the top 50 African influencers. Can you see? And there is this book also that I wrote that is also ranking on Google. Um, if you search your strategy to land jobs and gigs on LinkedIn, can you see what it's showing? Strategy is showing my name first. It's showing my profile, what I've done. Can you see? This is one of the things, benefits of LinkedIn. It's showing you it's my post that shows up first. So now let me now wait, I'm coming. Can you see 20 strategies with this is an ebook that has been fetching me money, and I've done now. I just go directly to seller and buy it. And here is another, this is my YouTube page. Five proven strategies to land jobs. It's my YouTube that I just started. So sometimes you just need to put it out there, because I've used LinkedIn to also to also publicize all these things that I do. LinkedIn is a very good platform, honestly. LinkedIn is a very good platform. So you should also try to check up some of the things that you do from time to time, because these are the benefits of, yeah, yeah, well done, Mustafa. I said I've Googled myself well. It's good to Google yourself from time to time. And if you are a good LinkedIn user, you find good things about yourself on LinkedIn, on Google, because it's going to just spread out the things that you do, what you have posted, your articles, everything. Right. So LinkedIn advances your career. That's the next point. Of course, when you start using LinkedIn, you will want to stay at that level. When you see people doing better than you will be encouraged, you'll be motivated to also advance your career. You can even get access to courses, get access to coaches, get access to programs at discount rates. When you build connections, there are some things that you don't even need to pay a lot of money for, because your connections get you that, right? So okay, this was just one of the stories that I have. So networking with top professionals and international personnel. I mean, LinkedIn has people from different part of the world. If you are doing something that you feel that it should have gone global or international, this is the time for you to start using LinkedIn. I mean, I've worked with so many international clients that, and one thing about me is that, yes, because you are not using LinkedIn, Diola, you are not using LinkedIn. Yeah, you need to update your Facebook. Yes, you need to Google yourself. And when you check it, the result it brings, if you are not satisfied with it, that means you need to update that platform. So you need to Google yourself from time to time. And apart from searching for your name, just ask Google who is Elisha Adela, who is, just try to see what is showing. Because some CEOs might want to actually Google that and they will like, who is this person? And whatever Google shows, or if it's a very bad thing, then you need to go and change it. So you have to Google it, because people are quick to Google everything now. So you should also make sure that your profile, whatever is showing about you on Google, is a very good one. You know, some of us when we were young, there are some stupid things that we have posted on social. So you have to be sure that you are checking yourself, from time to times. Yes, LinkedIn ranks people. It's just above every other social media. That's LinkedIn for you. That's why it's a very beautiful platform to be on. And another thing is you can gain social proof for your skills and talents. You remember when I searched for my name on Google, it shows my skills, like the things that I do. If you check beneath it, you see that it shows some of my skills. So that's like a social proof that this is actually what this person does. These are the businesses she is working with. These are the proofs. Sometimes it shows testimonies of your clients, because there is this part on LinkedIn where you have endorsements and endorsements and what's it called, recommendations, where people have recommended you and all that. Yeah, Linktree, that's beautiful, Mary. Imagine. Yes. Yes. Sometimes you search on other people's phone. Yes. Thank you, Israel, for the addition. Exactly. And another thing is LinkedIn get you high paying client. It's all of you that have been charging low amount, you need to like step up your game this time. Because when you start using LinkedIn and you start positioning yourself professionally, you have to step up your game. Because international people will start reaching out to you and you will not want to charge them like in naira. There are some price that I charge people in naira, that when it comes to international clients, I just go straight to dollars and I don't go for small amount. I cannot say $20 or $10. No, you have to go for bigger amount, because sometimes when you charge smaller amounts, they will see you as somebody that doesn't even know the work because they'll be like, how can you charge me $10 for this work? So they will see it as chicken change, and sometimes they will not even want to go for that because they'll be like, this thing is too much. So it's get you high paying clients. There was one of my students that has this ebooks that she was selling. He was selling, and I think the ebook was, how much at that time? Maybe 2,000 or 3,000. So he met with one international client, and that was like 2 or 3 years ago, and he sold that ebook one for 15,000. That was 3 years ago. So that is LinkedIn. If you are into any business, fashion, African fashion, whatever that you are doing, social media management, if you come across a single international client, see, you are made. Because you can charge as high as maybe like, let's say $200, $150, $500, depends on the pages that you are managing. And they are ready to pay you if they know that yes, you can actually handle this thing. And these people, they also love people that are open to learn. Like sometimes it's not like they need the expert, they need somebody that is open to learn on the go. That as you are doing this work, you are open to learning, because white people are actually different from we that we are looking for experts. So you just have to push yourself out there. Another thing is give you access to top skills certification courses for free. There is this part on LinkedIn, that is LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning, just like Udemy and Coursera, LinkedIn Learning also have courses that they give people for free. So LinkedIn also have gotten me somebody that was willing to pay. Yes, now it's true, because on Upwork people are charging this amount also. So it's just the same thing. Imagine if you are helping them to manage YouTube, you are managing Facebook, you are managing a lot of pages, you now charge less. You can't charge less now because it's a big work and you'll be posting every day. Come on, it's worth it though. So there was this man that I met via LinkedIn that then he even paid application fee. He was ready to sponsor my education abroad and all that. But I just had to like stop it there, because I was not really, I don't have this go ahead in my heart, right? So don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very powerful platform. And other benefits of LinkedIn, like I mentioned, page management. You can manage people's social media page. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't know how to go about LinkedIn, so that is something for you to look into. There are some people in your circle, some CEOs, some bosses that don't know how to manage their LinkedIn. You can just reach out to them. Boss, let me manage your LinkedIn for you. You can just pay me this amount. And you start making your money. Tell them, "Ah, I'll be posting for you maybe 4 times in a week," and all that. Another one is LinkedIn influencing. When you start having more followers, more connections, and people start engaging your posts, businesses and all these people will start reaching out to you to influence for their programs, to influence for their trainings, to influence for their organizations. Maybe they have an event and you start making your money, you know, from influencing. You can start with as low as maybe charging 10,000 naira per post, but now like 50K per post, 100K per post for LinkedIn. There are some influencers that they charge nothing less than 200K per post for LinkedIn. So that is just it. And me myself, I can't go anything less than 50K per post on LinkedIn. I mean, it's not easy to build your LinkedIn up to that stage. And there are some other platforms that I use for my clients to help them get the result they want. So aside LinkedIn, and that's why sometimes I don't charge nothing less. I mean, there are other platforms that I also use. But then LinkedIn is very, very important, right? LinkedIn is very, very important. And another thing is what did I write again? Partnership with organizations. Yeah, you can partner with organization. Maybe you have a business, you can just collaborate with them. So you can also freelance on LinkedIn, you know, freelancing on LinkedIn, you can get gigs anytime. There are a lot of people that are getting gigs every day on LinkedIn. Somebody will just tell you, can you help me to write 500 articles? I'll pay this amount for it. Some people will reach out to you, please, can you help me to write my LinkedIn summary? Can you help me to design this and that? And you have money instead of looking for urgent 2K. And yeah, I wrote that LinkedIn is the future because LinkedIn now they are looking into, just imagine Twitter now they have monetized their page. Facebook now is doing monetization. Instagram now is also doing it because there are some people that you have to subscribe to their page, you pay money to get access to some of their contents. And trust me, what makes you think that LinkedIn will not join the trend later in the future? So you have to build yourself and start making money. Imagine you have 10,000 followers already, and LinkedIn decides to pay people that have 1,000 followers and above. It's something to look into. I mean, some of us are still struggling with Twitter. Someone like me, I'm not a fan of Twitter, honestly. Some of us are struggling with Twitter. But then, yeah, WhatsApp app too. So everybody is just inculcating all these things. So you can start this is so let's just dive right into other things that I want to talk about. Let's dive right into LinkedIn optimization. So I wish I can use somebody's page, somebody that has a new page that to teach you guys this thing so that I won't have my own page already done and made. But if I use a new page, a new LinkedIn page, it will make it easier to just show you around. But then let me just use my page. Or does anybody has a new page? All right, let's go. Let me use my LinkedIn page for those. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting a message for anybody that has a new LinkedIn page. Maybe you just created a LinkedIn page. Is your page a new account? I will have to do the login and everything. I'll have to do the login. So basically, if you want to optimize anybody's page, you have to get in their login details. I've optimized a lot of people's page, and I'm going to. Your page is not new. I need a new page so that for the sake of those people that are just starting and they will know how to go about it. But let me just show you. Let's just go right into it. Like I can't. People don't get it. You have to send me your login details. It's not that I'll just search for your page. You send me your login details. I'll log into it and I'll start showing people around. That's how it is. So let me just use my page. Okay, you are active. Yes, exactly. But let me show you guys. Let me just use my page. Hopefully, everybody will get it. And let me use my page. Manuel Ajibade. Yours is new. I should have even asked this from the onset. Let me use my page. Don't worry. Maybe I will do another video and use a new page. But then let me just use my page for today. So thank you for volunteering your page. I appreciate that. So let me show you my own LinkedIn page, and let's go right into the optimization. The optimization I'm going to be teaching now is not even the full course, because I have a course on it. It's going to take you maybe like this to finish the course on just this LinkedIn alone, right? But I'm going to try and touch every part because we've already used an hour. So let me just, you can't remember your password exactly. I told you guys on the group that you should try to do forgot password if you don't remember your password. But then let's go right into, I'll be using my own LinkedIn page. So if you just created an account, if you just created an account or you have a LinkedIn account, the first thing you need to work on is your profile, your LinkedIn profile, your page. So what you do is you go to your profile, your main page or under your picture, and to view profile. You first go to your view profile. Okay, so this is loading. I hope everybody can see my so I'm already in my profile. Firstly, I used to encourage people to change this their public profile, because some of you, it is numbers that end this your public profile. You see 033444444. You go ahead and edit this particular URL. That's the second task for this week. For this session, edit your public profile and URL. Edit this part and limit it to only your name. Go and edit it, because it is unprofessional to be have a link that has numbers 00. Some of you, if you check your this thing now, you will see numbers. It is numbers that ended this thing. It is numbers. So you have to delete the numbers and leave it. Let it be your name alone. Your first two name and your surname, or your first name and your last name. Your first name and your last name. But if you have a middle name, let it be your first name, your middle name, and then hyphen your last name. Or you combine your first and last name together if you are not using three names. It could be Oluwaseun Olabi together, but remove those numbers. That is unprofessional. When you have numbers at the end of your URL, it is unprofessional. That's the first thing. When you are going to, when I want to check anybody's profile, somebody send me their profile link, I know if it's unprofessional or not. So first of all, you have to do that. Let me hear from you guys. Yes, Mary Ipe, yes. Yes, anybody that wants to, you have to, yeah. So you have to edit that part. For some of you, you have done it. For some of you, you have not done it. So you have to edit this part. Then your profile language, if you are used to English or French, some of you, you have additional language. This is where you add it. And then if you are using, your profile picture must be a professional one. I change my own profile picture from time to time. For some of you, by now you should at least have a studio picture. Some of you, they will be begging you to go and take picture in the studio. Later you say that they did not feature you in top this thing, top, when your own picture sef is not even showing something. It's how you present yourself that people will see you, how you show how you want people to address you. That's how you present yourself. You have to change your profile picture and get somebody to design a background cover letter. You can also design it by yourself. You can use Canva to design your background cover letter. When you go to Canva, just Google, just search for LinkedIn background template and design your background cover for yourself, or you give it to a professional. And then you go to your headline. This is your headline. I'm not ready to verify this now because I don't even have their time. But this is the headline. This part is your headline. You click on edit to edit your headline. And in writing your headline consists of what you can do and what you are aspiring to do, or what you are currently doing, what you can do, and what you aspire to do, right? For me, this is my current how am I going to assignment. So that's why you can see Marketplace Kingdom Ambassador. If you have checked as a last year, you see content creator there. But now this is my current assignment, and this is what I'm trying to push. And of course, I'm a career coach, certified career coach, professional CV writer, LinkedIn coach. This even need to be edited because I've trained more than 20,000 people. I'm a content marketer, youth advocate, founder, Rootnet International. It doesn't have to be much, but I have a lot I can do, but I have to limit it so that my page will not turn to something else, right? So you have to come here to your headline, start with something that you want people to know you as. I used to tell people, start with first thing first. Once you this Okay, let's say you are looking for opportunities in a particular field. Let it start with that particular field. That this is the opportunity part. This is where I want people to be reaching out for me for opportunity. So start with first thing first, the first most important thing to you, then followed by the second most important thing. Then, because some of you, if you are looking for, maybe you are still building yourself in a particular field, you are building yourself in a particular field, you can just write, like, maybe let's say social media manager, social media management enthusiast. That means you are aspiring to be in this field. So somebody that is looking for entry role or for an intern can easily reach out to you because you are looking for opportunities to start in that area. So you can use words like enthusiast or aspiring content creator, aspiring social media or social media enthusiast. That is the one that is more professional. Social media enthusiast is very professional. Let me hear from you guys. Yes, please edit your LinkedIn URL. See, Israel is already selling himself. Yo, I'm your oh my god. Yes, Timothy, you need to go and take pictures. I mean, some of you, you are using your younger face. Meanwhile, if we see you in real life, you are, that's no issue. People will not be confused. Are you sure this is you or you are another person? I mean, upgrade it. Recently I added weight, and I became chubby, and I had to go and take pictures so that somebody will not see me and will not saying that Gabby self is even living fake life. She's like this and she's doing this. So take pictures. I mean, if somebody invites you for speaking engagement and they ask you to send your professional picture, which picture will you send? I mean, so try to take pictures, edit your LinkedIn URL. And this one is LinkedIn that actually gave me this community top voice, that I'm a top voice in resume writing. So you may not be able to add this one, right? So, yeah, your name also, your first name. If you want your middle name to be in brackets, you can put it here. Like if I want this Gabby to be in brackets, this is your additional name. Your first name, your last name, your middle name should be here. My Gabby is just my nickname. That was why I put it there. But your additional name should be here. And after putting your headline, please make sure that you turn on the visibility. For those of you that are using phone, once you press on edit, this is where you see your URL. This is where you will see your URL link. This is where edit contacts. That's where you see your URL for people that are using mobile phone. So you can, this is your URL. You just click on it. So you can add your mail here, but any mail you use to open your LinkedIn is going to show here. And if you want to change your email, you also come here to change your email. So you add your phone number if you want. But me, I don't add my phone number. And you add your address, Ikeja, Lagos. Your birthday September 6th. My birthday is September 6th, so I added my birthday. So here, this is what I mean. You have to make sure that the visibility is to all LinkedIn members, not just your network, not your connections, not only you, but all LinkedIn members, so that all LinkedIn members they get to see your page. It is not only you. Some of you, that is why you are not visible, because of this part. Now that I've taught you guys website, you can add your website here. I mean, people like Lysander can add their website here. You can even add your link tree here. You can add your website here. But website, I'm going to show you where you are going to add your link tree. So here is where you add your website. For those people that have done their website or you have a website already, you can add your website here, right? And then for the link tree, for the link tree, for some of you, you must have been seeing people's page on LinkedIn now. It shows request service at the top of their page. I don't know if you have seen something like that. Let me know if you have seen something like that. Maybe you've seen something like request. Let me even see if I can see it. Let me check if I can see somebody that has something like that. Gabby is Gabriella. It's not Gabriel. It's Gabriella. So for some of you, you must have seen people use. You must have seen the request service and all that. I hope everybody can still hear me. I hope you can still see me, right? Yeah, some is book an appointment, exactly. So this is where they added it. And that is why I said you should have a link tree. That was what we started with, because I know that we are going to be needing all these things at this point. So if you have a link tree, or you also want to add your website, anyone, but me, I prefer link tree. So this is where you add the link tree. What am I doing? Okay, since some of you have seen it, let me just check for the sake of other people that have not noticed it. That's another feature LinkedIn just added. That's just to tell you that LinkedIn keep upgrading their strategy every day. So you as a person, you should also have a strategy that you're upgrading every day. You can't just stay at one point that I'm making money, I'm making 10,000 naira, 2,000 naira, and all that, and you just want to stay there. No, you can't do that. You can't just stay there. It's really, I like my people, I like my circle and people growing. I mean, you can't say because some people are just calling you once in a while and you're okay with it. No, you have to improve yourself. You have to improve yourself. You don't just accept to be mediocre, or how am I going to say it? So I'm trying to check for people's page that shows something like that. A lot of people have not catch that particular part. But I'm going to teach you for free. Because very, very important. At least tech people, social media managers, writers, they should have something like that. Freelancers, they should have something like that. This network is slow. Why is it taking long? I should have seen someone that has something like that. And that even make it easy for people to just, click and reach out to you. Coming. Is it that people have not really catch this thing? Hey, now wow. Okay, so this is the part that makes it shows request service and all that. Since I cannot find it, that is why it's not showing. A lot of people have not really catch that that strategy. A lot of people have not caught that strategy. So let me go back to my teachings. Let me see what you guys are gisting about. Okay, the beautiful Alvin says she has it on hers. Very good. I'm glad nobody is blank. You won't be blank. You will get there. Don't worry, all of us we are going to get there. So we just have to put our heart into it. Everybody is going to get there. It's what I'm showing you guys. Let me just continue. Since a lot of people don't get it. So you see all these university and all that, it's going to show, but not now. You have to add that part, then it's going to show it. So you have to go to open to work. Now this is open to work. What kind of work are you open to? Open to work. These are the kind of work, the kind of jobs that is, when it comes to recruiters checking out your profile and all that. These are the kind of work they want to see that you are open. For someone like me, I'm open to corporate training. I'm open to training organizations, training people, training groups, training schools, training universities. That's why I put corporate trainer. So you click on it to add You can only add top five. So the top five that are really, really that you think that you really need at this moment, you have to add the top five. Network is kind of slow, but you just manage it like that. So you have to add the top five that you are really interested in. So for me, I use corporate trainers, I use career training, you know, and the likes. Why is this thing loading slowly? Okay, okay, so you can only add five. I use online instructor, application consultant. So you can change it from time to time. Let me see if so you can change it, you can add. Let me try to add something else. Let me see if there's anything like let me see if there's anything because it's going to show so there's nothing like marketplace. So it's going to bring up things like this. So there's nothing like resume writer. Okay, let me use content. So you start searching for it, anything that is related to what you do. So there is social media manager also. Can you see there's content writer? There is, let me use content marketer if there's content marketing. Let me just put it. So it's going to ask you, are you looking for on-site? For someone like me, I'm not looking for on-site. But if you are looking for on-site, you can also put on-site. There was a time I also put on-site, but now I'm only interested in remote and hybrid. Location for on-site, just in case any company wants to, they want to sponsor my travel. Of course, I'm open to Canada, this thing and all that for locations for on-site. But on-site, some of them may not be able to, pay for your traveling and all that. So that's why I chose hybrid and remote. And on-site, I'm in Lagos. No, I don't want Lagos Island again. Abeg, let me choose Ikeja. So you can choose Lagos State, you can choose the location you want. Can you see that I'm also re-editing mine as I'm teaching you? Because sometimes it's needed for you to do all these things. So you can only pick five. Then you go to are you immediately or you are immediately looking for that job or you are just casually looking for it. So you can choose any of the two. Are you looking for employee? Are you looking for full-time, part-time, contract, internship? You can click everything. I'm not looking for internship for now. It's been long I upgrade my profile. So for some of you, I mean, I would prefer for you to just use recruiters only. All this open to work, if you put all LinkedIn members, it's going to put a badge open to work. But if you put recruiters, only recruiters will be able to see this and they will reach out to you. And that doesn't mean that other people that have opportunities to give to you will not also see you. But sometimes I just feel like that open to work. Sometimes it's just I don't know. I don't sometimes I prefer people present but if you want to use open to work actually, I prefer people that just graduated from schools or people that are undergraduate to use open to work. But if you have started your professional line, you have already been working for 5 years and all that, just use recruiters only, right? Just to to save your image and all that. So after you are done, you just save. And then we move to the parts that make people to request for your service. Okay, let me quickly touch this part before we go to that place. So there is this part where I put consultation and inquiries. If I click on it, it will take you to my link tree. So this is where you had it. I hope you guys are still following. Can you see that LinkedIn alone is already taking time? Imagine. LinkedIn alone is taking time. And that's why I don't want to do that um video content less training today because I know it's going to take a lot of time. I mean, we've spent over an hour. Can everybody still hear me? Can you still see my screen? I was not planning to check is okay. I think this thing is slow. The profile is not responding. Yes, open to work. I don't. I really don't buy the idea of using open to work. Personally, I really don't buy the idea of using open to work. Can you still hear me? Can you still see my screen? Please let me know because I think the network is kind of slow. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. So, like I said, this part for this consultation and inquiries you see here, I put my link tree, and this is how I added it. So, you go to edit your page where we added the name and the other stuff the other time. And then where is it? Then you go to custom button, then you edit your custom button. Can you see they said add the link that will appear at the top of your profile? So you go to that custom button, so you can add link. So can you see I inserted my link tree and I put consultations and inquiries. For some of you can put reach out to me, check out my portfolio, you know, or work with me, something like that. So you put the link here and you put the consultations and inquiries. But if you are not using anything, you just put none. I feel it's part of the things that made me have higher views in people that checked my link tree, because I put it at the top of my profile, so they can easily click on it and reach out to me. So you can put yours also here, put your link tree here, and put consultations and inquiries, or you can put any other things, right? If yours is not consultations, if yours is just work with me and let me design for you, just use words that are catchy, words that are compelling, that will make them click on it. So that is it. So I hope we all got that part. Okay, thank you. So then let's move to that part that used to show request service and all that. It's either this one is showing or request service. So let's go to that part. This is the part where it shows request service. So you go down here. So this part, come for those people that are using new profile, LinkedIn has already, for those people that are using new profile, it's not going to show it's going to show something like add service around this line. But for those of us that are not using new profile, maybe you've already added it, it's not going to show it here again. That was why I wanted to use a new profile. That was why I wanted to use a new profile. It's not showing here again, right? So let me just check out the add sessions. Let me check to add services. So just go to add services, and when you are done, this is my writing career development. These are the services I render to people. So I wrote Lagos State, because I'm in Lagos and I'm available to work remotely. And the pricing, you can put your rate here where it is starting. The list you can put $50 or anything for hourly rates, but mine I put contact for pricing. And you can also write a brief here about your services, what make you stand out, and the projects that you have worked on. So you can put about briefly about what you render, but I did not put that part anyway. So you can also add images, that has to do with your work. For those of you that you have to show proof, maybe you are selling something and you want to show proof of videos, sites, presentation. Maybe you are into website designing, you can just screenshot, add link to your website here, just for them to know that yes, you are actually good here. And I also encourage you to allow LinkedIn members that you're not connected with to message you for free, because some people, they will just want to message you immediately they see this. So you can make it open so that they can message you for free. So once you are done, you just publish and you just save it. So that is where it will now, that's why it will show request service, because you have added all these things. to now show request service on your page, right? So that is how it works. And then you go to your summaries. This summary part is what a lot of people struggle with. Summary should be something that you work on part time. And thank God for AI. You can use AI to create your summary. Just tell AI that these are the skills you have, these are the kind of opportunities you're looking for, and all that. And tell AI to help you create LinkedIn summary. Or you create your summary by yourself. You start with introduction about you, the services you offer, and the values that you intend to bring to the table. Talk about your skill set, what you have done, what you will do, and the kind of offers that you are open to. That's the line that you used to follow. Introduction, what you have done, what you will do for companies and organizations, and the opportunities and offers that you are open to. So that's how it goes. So for those of you that you are unable to write your name, just chill. After the class, you will have the opportunity to write your name, right? So let me quickly glance through because I really want to end this on very on time because I have a brief training made by let's say like 10 p.m. I have a brief one-on-one. So after you are done with all those parts, then you add your services because after writing your okay, these are the services I render. So this is where it's going to show now. So after you are done with your summary, you go ahead with your top skills, right? You go ahead with your top skills. I'm coming, please give me a minute. All right, sorry for the break in transmission. So I had to quickly go and pick something. All right, so then after writing your summary, you'll be had to ask you to add your top skills. So you had your top skills also. So the others are actually easy. You go to your experience. Okay, you go to this experience part, you add your work experience, the organization that you have worked with, and if your organizations are, and these are my own experiences, I added this and I put the year. And one thing about adding your experiences is that once you had your work experience, okay, let me edit this one now. Let me edit this part now. So once you add your experience, you add the date and year. You also have to add your duties and achievements or your duties and responsibility, what you do for that company, right? Or your achievements, if you have this tangible achievement that you did for that organization, you should add it because it's part of the things that makes your account or your page to rank or to be visible, right? Because you've input different keywords and it makes your account to show when people are trying to, look for who is this Israel? He said, "Oh my, don't refresh you." Who is this Israel? God, we have funny people here, right? So that is it. You had your experience also, all your experiences, you had them, and then you add your credentials, maybe yours, you have certifications. And I do encourage people to try and have certifications for, the skills that they said they have. Try to have, there are free certifications that you can get online, there are paid one, like this transformation, this particular this career course certifications is worth like $197. It's a very expensive one, right? It's expensive trainings. But there are some that I also did that are free, right? So you can just start with free ones, and as time goes on, you keep upgrading yourself. Can you see that I also started with internship, right? So you keep building yourself, you keep growing, and that's it. So that is just it about this particular aspect. And there is this part for recommendations. Okay, before I jump that part, this place you can add your skills. As you're adding your skills, because for each experience that you had, you can easily put the skills that you offer. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. For each experience that you had, there are skills that you used in that particular field. So like this part, can you see, I added these skills: personal training, LinkedIn advertising, LinkedIn marketing. You add skills for every experience that you said you have done. Can you see skills? So there are different skills that you can add, and you can also add image. This one was when I was campaign manager for Get Fit, Get Fit, right? So once you add all those skills, it's going to show here. So let me back it. It's going to show here. Are we still on like this? Okay, we are still on. Okay. I know I hope all everybody is not sleeping, because it's not easy for me also to be awake. Oh. So you people should just awake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. All right. So let me take you to the part where you add your skills. So this place you can add your volunteering role. Like if all this thing is not showing on your profile, just go to add profile session, then add experiences, add volunteering. So add profile session in case it's not showing on your own profile, because a new profile it may not show all this volunteering and all that. So you have to go to add profession, add profile session. So it's going to bring it up. So let me go to, so all these skills you can add up to, like you can, and you can also reorder it. This is what I mean. I just added these ones recently, so that's why I did not have endorsement for it. But let me show you the ones that I have endorsement for. It's because I just added this one. So you can reorder it to show the ones that you have endorsement for. I'm waiting for it to load so that yes, sorry, breaking network transmission. Sorry about that network issue. Okay, so somebody had that I'm awake. Okay, good to know you are awake. Now rich kids they sleep. Okay, Sandra Peter said on my headline, yes, Not all. If it's too much, please don't add it so that you won't bombard it so much. And apart from adding your niche, make sure that you use keywords. Like use keywords that are highly searchable. Don't just put writer. You can put content writer, expert writer, freelance writer, something keywords, highly searchable keywords, right? So let me continue with my screen sharing before the network went. So if I'm unable to finish all the things that we plan to teach tonight, I'm going to make videos separately for others. But I feel like we should just touch this LinkedIn aspect so that we can just sort it out once and for all. So let me continue sharing my screen. Reorder this. These are my own skills, but let me show you the ones I have endorsement for so many. This one I just add endorsement for this one, but let me show you because I just added it for leadership. I have like 43 endorsements. For motivational speaking, 99, creative writing, 99 plus endorsements. A lot of people have endorsed me for these skills. People that I know and people that I did not know. For sing songwriter, I didn't even I used to do live sessions, so I had 95, 94 endorsements. So I can just rearrange it to put the one that has the highest endorsements at the top. But because I just added the ones that you just saw, because until I got certified, that was when I now added those skills and put it up so that I can start getting endorsements in that line. So after working with client or anyone, you can just tell them to endorse your skills, and I have many more skills that I've added, but I'm just trying to show you that these ones I just added them. That was why. But for these ones, I started with motivational writing. I told you from the start, so a lot of endorsement for this. So that's just it. So let's go back to the recommendation aspect. I'll just show you this part and I'll receive your questions and then we'll move. Don't worry, anything I'm unable to teach you, I'll just try to do another short video on that. But time is going. You can't just stay at this part alone. So majorly if you are going to be working with a client, or even if you are going to be managing a client's page, you are going to be make an admin. You will be made an admin for that page so that you can easily handle the person. But that one is another one for business page. That one is another topic entirely for business page. So people that are into writing, it's showing people services, jobs, posts. I'm coming. People, services, job, posts, companies, and so if you want to look for people in this line, the network is not favoring me. So they just click on people, then it will show people that are into the writing line. That is how they search out people for gigs. Like people that are into writing, see what is showing now. People that are into this person wrote content marketing professional for tech startups, people that are into writing because writing is here also, but the person is ranking under Please guys, where did it stop? I didn't know that the network has really stopped though, and I was doing the explanation. Please, where did it stop? Let me know where it stopped so that I can really go through it. Don't worry, I'll close it now. After this part, we will stop and you can ask your questions. But let me know the part where it stopped. Were you able to get the recommendation and the endorsement? I sent the recommendation to Lysander and I showed you guys. I don't know if you saw that part. Please let me know where it stopped. I think it's because of the rain that was happening in other areas, because currently it's not raining here, maybe some other areas, and it's affecting the network. So let me know where I stopped and we round up for tonight. The other part, I'm going to make a separate videos on it, but it's important that you guys saw this. And anybody there, please let me know the when the network stopped. Let me know where it stopped, please. Can anybody hear me? Please let me know where the network stopped. Okay, okay. Recommendation, the endorsement part. Okay, did you see the part where I sent the recommendation? Let me know if you saw where you were showing your skills that got you recommended. Okay, I did an example of how to send endorsements and I sent it to Lysander. I showed you. Oh God, jeez. Okay, let me quickly show you. Yeah, once I'm done with this part, we'll just call it a day. Let me quickly show you again. I said when you want to recommend someone, you don't tell them to go and recommend you. You send them a recommendation request before they can recommend you. And I did an example of, I asked Alexander to recommend me. I show you an example, and I'm going to be showing you that again. So this is the endorsement part. I already sent Lysander. I said if you want to send a recommendation request, you go here, you click on this plus sign, you ask for a recommendation. You ask for a recommendation. And I said that you don't just recommend people anyhow. Like you don't just give recommendation like that. You don't give recommendation based on this person is my friend, oh, let me recommend this person. You have to be very sure that they are legit and they are very good at their craft. Because if at the end of the day somebody gives somebody a job because of your recommendation, and at the end of the day this person fuck up or the person spoils their work or anything, it's going to bounce back on you. It's going to spoil the trust that they have in you. And that is why recommendation is not something that you just give people that I recommend you, recommend me, I recommend you. No, let people recommend you. If they really think that you deserve it, or if they really think that your work is worth it, let them recommend you. You can also ask for recommendation from your clients, from people that you have worked with. You can also ask them for recommendation, right? So when you ask them for recommendation, you send it to them and they just click on the same link to recommend you, and that's it. So this is the part. You just ask for the person for the recommendation, you continue. I use Lysander as example. Lysander, I'm sorry, I'm going to be sending this like twice. I'm so sorry. So this is Lysander, because she's part of my friends already. Anybody that is going to recommend you must be among your friends. So my relationship with Lysander is that she was a client of mine, yes, and position at that time I was still the co-founder of this thing. So you can also tell the person the field that you want them to recommend you in. Like, hi Lysander, would you write me a recommendation in the areas of. So you can tell them the areas you want them to recommend you. Maybe of coaching, writing, or any area where you feel that you are an expert and you've worked with them before, and you just send it to them. So that is how you send your recommendation, and she will receive it. She will receive it. she received it. Let me show you. Because I've done it before the network went, you know. I've done it before and she received it. Let me show you the message. Can you still hear me? I think we have to just end it. So she received it. This is it. She received the recommendation. Can you see? So she will just click on this link to recommend me, and that's it. So this is where we are going to stop for today. This is where we're going to stop for today. Yeah, you did not receive the second one because I have sent it again. That is why you did not receive the second one. So that's how you do the recommendation um and the other aspects. So that is just all about, you just optimizing your LinkedIn profile. You have to use keywords also, your headline, your summary, your experiences, your volunteering experiences. Another part at what makes it important. I mean, at least part of the optimization, you've learned like 70% today. Yes. Even the things that some other persons did not know, because LinkedIn has updated the features, and I've already touched those new features, right? So if you have any question, please let me know. If you have any question, now feel free to ask your question. I don't know what is happening to the network, but please, if you are using a paper passport, LinkedIn is not going to accept it. So you have to go and get a card passport, a card kind of passport. Maybe you have your NIN and it's paper. LinkedIn is not going to accept it. So you have to go and get it in form of card. You can go to all these computer centers where they can help you to put it in form of card format so that you can submit it and LinkedIn is going to accept it. So that is it. Or if you have international passport. So please let me know if you can hear me. And I touched the features already. I already touched the features. I don't know the features that you're talking about, but I started with the features. Please, if you have any question, let me know. The network is messing up right now. I will leave the video for people to watch again. At least for this week, I will just leave the video for people to watch again before I put it on um on private. Yes, it's your signature, Timothy Sampson. Yes, it's your signature. If you want to use your Yoruba native, of course, it's your signature. That is what you want. So that's not a problem. Bello Oluwashun says, "Good evening. As a fresh graduate, what do I need to write?" You can just write, maybe you are into social media management. You can write social media management enthusiast, or seeking or entry level role, entry level role. And when you are updating that job part, maybe the job that you are open to, make sure that you click on internship also. Make sure you click on internships also. For those that are seeking internship and entry level, is either you put enthusiast or you put seeking entry level role, right? So it's, you can also put it there so that they will know that you are seeking, entry level. Entry level can also be a form of, you can start with internship, you can start with the entry level roles. Just like, all these banks, they will tell you that they are, yes, they will tell you that they are looking for people, entry level, people that are interested in entry level roles. Oh, Maria, thank you. Yeah. I mean, next week. Thank you. Yeah, Lisanda, yes, you can verify with your NIN, but it has to be a card format. Okay, verify. Verify is different. Sorry. Verify is with your passport or with your place of work. You can verify with your email, place of work. Verify with NIN. No, I think it's passport, international passport. Sorry. I thought that the person cannot access the account. I'm so sorry about that. Do you have any question again? We have like 6 minutes to end this program, and I hope that you guys have learnt a lot. Don't worry, the ones that I'm unable to cover, of like getting payments from different countries, I'm going to make a separate videos on that, and leveraging social media platform for sales. I'm just going to talk briefly on that also. I'm going to make a separate video. I'm going to make up for all this. I'm going to make up, definitely make up for all this. And please don't forget your task. Send your optimized URL and your updated LinkedIn. Let me see what you have done. Feel free to share with me. So I've opened the group now for those that are unable to mark their attendance. See, let me know if you have any question. Let me know. I mean, a lot of people mark attendance, but not everybody is online. I know those people that are already part of this training. So yeah, they should write long list. Any other question, please? Does anybody have any other question? And also, I supposed to talk about how to create content on LinkedIn. Can you see that LinkedIn is very wide? It's very wide. It's very wide. LinkedIn is very wide. That's why I said you've learned like maybe 60% of what's LinkedIn optimization. So when people say LinkedIn optimization, it's wide. Just imagine we can't even finish everything tonight. So it's a lot because there is this article part, there is this live stream part, there is this audio session part. There are different aspects of LinkedIn that we are yet to unpack. Yes, it's wide. So when you see people charging for LinkedIn optimization training and all that, it's actually worth it because there are some things they will teach you that you don't even know until somebody trains you in that area. So that is just it. And I'm glad that we all have learned a lot. Yes, Sandra, you can send your profile to me. I'll just check it out. And you just have to go with the time that that works with you. Mary, the best time to make a post. See, I don't there's no specific best time. LinkedIn algorithm can happen to anyone, as it's happening to me right now. But just I'm not a fan of post in the morning, post at night, post afternoon. If your post want to do well, it will do well. All the post in the morning post, if it's going to do well, it will do well. So that is just me. I don't have it. I don't know the specific time that works. Sometimes I can't post in the morning. I'll post in the evening. I can't post in the afternoon. I'll post. Lisanda said I'm struggling to get my newsletter. Wow, somebody convert NIN to plastic here. Can you see? Yes. Excellent business. Lisanda, the newsletter session, I will try to include it, or I don't want to make the promise and I will not fulfill. So the newsletter session, me and you will talk about that one. Me, those places, see, there are people that are even part of this class that have been silent. Thank you. Thank you so much. So there is somebody that converts NIN to plastic here. Can you see? So it's so easy. Just reach out to Emmanuel Ajibade. You can also post it, remind people on the group. Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Thank you, Lisanda. Thank you, everyone. So, in the absence of no questions, let's call it a night. Thank you for being a part of this training. And please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, as you are looking at me and I'm looking at you, yeah, subscribe to my channel so that we will not fight again. Thank you so much for your support. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, be a part of the family, and yes, we will see next week. But we'll communicate on the group platform, during the week, right? And hey, this Israel, I think you are going to be our moderator on that group. You are going to be our moderator, Israel. You are going to be our moderator. Della stayed. Wow. You are welcome. You're welcome. Adesoyiro Atosin, thank you. Thank you. All right. See you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you all. Bye.